Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. Last episode, we completed a round of 3, so we're looking for another trio to track down at this point. And we are really pretty firmly into guessing mode at this point. So we've got a topman, we still got that guy, and we still have not figured out who this fella is. Haven't figured out who shot Zungisathi yet. We'll get that as soon as we get the top or the seaman who's got the striped shirt on. So we're close. We only have a few left. So I know who that is. This guy is an unknown and met an unknown fate. So what's his last? Disappeared in the doom. So did he disappear? This guy here. Because he starts off, okay, so this section, he's not there. He is down here. He's not in that one. Not in that one. This all takes place down below, so he wouldn't be. Also down below. So he's in the one where Maba gets torn apart. And then he is in the one where Abigail gets killed. So let's go take another look at Abigail and see if we can figure out where he is. Because I don't want to try and brute force our way through a death and a name, because that'll take forever. But if we can find him, usually figuring out how somebody died is easier than figuring out their names. But this is the last thing that he shows up in. He never appears again after this, so... where is he? That's the mate. That's Abigail. It's these two guys here. See the one trying to drag? No. Whoops. Ah, shoot. Not what I wanted. Actually, though, I didn't see him in that last section either. Is he supposed to be in this one? Alright, he is. So let's see if we can find him here. So there's the boat with those 3 guys getting tossed overboard. But we figured out who all 3 of those guys were. That's Martin Parrott. Here he is. Okay, so right here he's got... I'll actually show what that is in his hand. Okay, but he's down here in this area. Abigail, I don't think, has come out yet. She comes running out in the next section. Let's go back to her again. Now that we know where he was in part 7, maybe we'll find him in part 8. And this is not him. Okay, definitely not. So... I mean, he has to have been swept overboard then, right? Because he's... Is that him? There he is. Okay. And the beast has got a tentacle around him, so this guy... was drowned by the beast. And now let's see, he's either Li Hong. I don't think it's going to pop something for him, though. Or Wei Li. Who's our other... Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see if we can identify the last 2 Chinese guys. No, we don't want that. We want this. So... Zhejiang, we've got... There's Huang Li. Alright, well, let's leave them like that for right now. Who else can we... This is full-blown guessing mode right now. I mean, that can't be the bosun's mate. No. Okay, maybe we can figure out who the bosun's mate is then. Who's the Frenchman? We don't know who this guy is yet either. Ah, jeez, killing me here. There we go. And yeah, I really think toward the end here, like, I think this is all you can do. I don't think that there's any way. I'd love to know if there is, if you found something. Alright, so we don't have a lot left to figure out. Let's see. What do we have? We have got a couple of people where we're kind of just doing brute force, random selection. So we've got George, well, we've got the Seamen. We don't know who these guys are. Let's mark them back as unknown again. And then got this guy, so 3 people. 3 people whose IDs we don't know, and then once we know their IDs, we can figure out who he was shot by. So let's go take another look at the pictures. So we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, and we've got you, and we know that you shot him. Y'all, I'm an idiot. This is the Frenchman. He is the only person on the ship wearing that striped shirt. And that striped shirt is a French naval thing. That's got to be Charles Minor. So that means you were shot by Charles Minor. It's got to be. I've seen those shirts before. I've read enough books. Bingo. God. God, how long ago could we have figured out that that was who that was if the shirt is what matters? And I think I just brute forced him last time. Like, that's new information. So I must have just gotten lucky. Alright, well, anyway. Let's now... We're not gonna... We got 2 more people to figure out. And I think they're even both on the same page. So, where are they? We've got this guy, who is either Booth or Shirley. And we've got this guy, who's either Booth or Shirley. Alright, let's make him Booth then. And... Are you Shirley? Uh-oh. So somebody's death is wrong then. Shot with a gun? He was not shot with a gun. Let's try to flip the names again. Let's make him Shirley. And are you Booth? There we go. All right, we got them all. And again, if you've played this before and watched through this, if you found any information that told you anything about any of these guys before, that I didn't mention, absolutely leave it in comments and tell me about it, because I just came up with that shirt thing. Like, I just realized that was important information. I've talked about striped shirt guy for hours and not realized it was significant. I just thought that was the shirt he had on. Okay, so at this point then, we are going to leave the boat. And we're going to go take care of the first ending for the game. So we'll do the good ending first.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
And basically just wait. Because we are actually leaving this time.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
I wish there was an ending where you fell out of the boat and drowned. That'd be funny. All right, insurance assessment, because again, this whole time we've been an insurance adjuster. And so they let you look through all the paperwork that you put together. I do think it's kind of neat how some of them, like Davies right there in the middle, they decided was a criminal, so his estate's being fined. But Klestel, who got torn apart, basically if they got destroyed by a beast, they found them for extraordinary valor and gave him some money. Not going to rest on this. There's 23 pages of this, so I'm not going to rest on it long enough for you to see everything, unfortunately. But yeah, lots of fines, occasionally no claim made. Theft of cargo. And then you hit X to sign it. £29,000 was a lot of money. Very dramatic mailing of the book. Game's not over yet. Because we still have that chapter that he held back on us from. So, and this is weird. You just gotta sit here for a little while. Just listen to the audio.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour? Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in, girl. Tea's in the kitchen if you need.
All right, we've got a package. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. I would write her back just to make her mad at this point. So you can look at the letter again. You can look at the book if you want to. And then we got this package. Which contains a monkey's paw. So, the doctor, and this is another bit that I don't quite understand. The doctor has shot the monkey. So the monkey got sent in here. The doctor killed it. We've got... This is Martin Parrott looking quite spiked. And then here's the other guy that was still missing. This is Philip Dahl, who is also looking poorly. But here, we're shooting the monkey. are finally up in the lazarette, which has been locked the whole time. Yeah, I don't know why we killed the monkey. I don't, like, sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge, okay, but I don't get it. I don't know why he shot the monkey. Next body we're going to worry about is my friend right here.
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Oh, why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. You return. The ship. The Obra Dinn. See it over.
Alright, so somebody's been spiked. Actually, we already know who's gotten spiked. They're hauling this out. So he's actually doing this. So this is actually both. That's the steward, and then that's one of the guys who left. And what happened to Martin? Martin was clearly spiked. Actually, I gotta wait before I can say how. All right. Spiked by a terrible beast.
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
Now, if you remember, there was a bit about the captain having dealt with the issue and come up from downstairs. So this is the ship captain right here, and he's stabbing or doing something to some of the beasts that are in the hold here. And then this guy has got the shell in his lap. Can't see anybody through the doorway, so... Captured beast fought against the jailer. We don't actually have to identify what happened to it because it tells us right there. Speared for its trouble. There's another one right there. Look over here real quick. He's not glowing, so...
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
So yeah, the captain is just madly killing the beasts in the lazarette, basically, to get rid of the Kraken while he still has a couple of people alive on his ship. I feel like I should know what that is. He's still sitting over here. See, there's one reaching for him underneath there. Alright, once again, no body to identify here.
What's this? Quicksilver.
Alright, so yeah, that didn't go well for him. He apparently broke into the thing and then got... So if you don't know, Quicksilver is mercury. So this guy actually died of poisoning, even though the other person who opened this up burned to death. So I don't know if there was... I don't know if the shell was full of mercury or what. I also don't know if mercury actually works that fast. I know it's real bad for you in small doses and in large doses, but I don't know if it just kills you on the spot. But either way, we've had poisoned as an option for the whole game. And we finally get to use it. Aren't you excited? I'm excited. So finally, Philip Dahl, who's been the captain's steward, is poisoned. And we are Obra Dinn. Close the book. And door to walk through. I really want to know what the book he's putting it next to is. And that's it. So at this point they roll credits. I do want to point out, actually, I don't know if I've said this out loud, that this game is mostly the work of this guy. One dude. And the credits actually do go on for a couple of minutes because there's ports and there's voice work and all that kind of thing. We're going to see, yeah, we can back out. Now, what we've got right now, let's go ahead and back up a little bit. We have all but 2 of the trophies. Why does it say 4? So the platinum trophy, and then we have Captain did it and leave the ship without solving all available chapters. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back into the game and we're going to reload this one here. And you could have done this at any point after you first get that, you play through the story and you get that notification that the storm has started. Ah, shoot, are we going to have to back out here? This game does have a kind of annoying habit of crashing sometimes. And what I've noticed the best thing to do if that happens to fix it is just to back out, open another game, and then go back in. So let's try that again. Okay. Alright, so now, this is before we got a lot of those solved, and we're going to just go ahead and leave.
should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it.
Nope.
Else I'll make to port. Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Would be even funnier if, on this route back, you fell out and drowned. It's what you get for not completing the game. Alright, so you still got to complete your insurance paperwork. And basically, anybody you didn't figure out, it's just going to say fate unknown. So, just pop through to the end here. And you'll notice that number, I think, is a little different. But, you know, a lot of these people, we don't have a claim for because we never figured out who they were. Still sign it and send it off. And we are still a year later and sitting in front of our cup of tea. And we're still waiting. Notice before there was tea downstairs. Now it's screw you, there's no tea, go to bed. Just no reason for that change at all. I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. And though it's still a year later, which is interesting. Although the book was not fully solved, he asked me to express his appreciation at your attempt. He understood the difficulty of the task and his final wish to see the completed book would not come easily. Of the 4 of us that survived the Obra Dinn's terrible ordeal, only 3 remain now. We are content with our situation here in Morocco and request no further correspondence. Now that is super interesting because there's at least 3 letters. So this one is... I should show you the 3rd letter. This letter is... You solved a lot of it and... You know, so good job, but if you turn in that book with not much done in it, she's real mad. So you get the abandoned ship trophy. And you know what, real quick, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to back out of this because I can still show you. I think I can. So I'm in the account that I use when I want to get trophies again. So if I'm doing a guide like this, and this is my usual one. Okay. Oh, good. And I'm sitting right here. So hopefully this will be the crappy letter. Yes, look at that middle one. Although his health was generally poor, receiving the Obra Dinn book in such an incomplete state further disheartened him so thoroughly that he was unable to recover. He used his final moments to express the extreme regret he felt with entrusting such a remarkable task to you. We thought you should know. Regards, Jane Bird. So that's the really bad ending. The you go to hell ending. So, yeah. There are now... I'm going to go ahead and go back to the other account, because let's talk about those last 2 trophies. So this is supposed to be a Platinum Trophy guide, and we haven't gotten the Platinum Trophy yet, so what's going on? There's 2 trophies left. One of them is actually the Platinum. And so everything else is very straightforward trophies in this game. You get certain numbers when you hit certain numbers of fates that you've solved, and then you get trophies for solving each of the chapters in completion. Then there's Abandoned Ship, which is leave early. There's Obra Dinn, which is finish the entire book. And then there's this one. So, Captain did it. Loosely true in the eyes of company and crown. I'm going to tell you how to do this. I am not going to show you. Because technically, kind of, I already showed you. What you have to do to get this trophy is to play your way through the game. And regardless of what actually happened, blame every single death on the captain. So it's easiest, it's fastest if you just say that the captain axed everyone as you go through. The game does not care if you name them or not. So you're going to go through, you're going to find every single character, and as you find all those bodies and as you play through, you don't have to do any exploring or anything. You don't have to look around at anybody. You just hit the body for that, whatever chapter you're in, and you're fine, or whatever part. But everybody needs to be killed by the captain. And if you do that at the end of the game, you still get the, this sucks letter, if I remember right. But then after playing through everything, you will get this trophy. This takes a few hours because you literally have to, if there's a way to make it faster, I don't know what it is. Because if you're going through and playing it honestly or playing it seriously, like once you have somebody's fate, it locks it in and you can't change it again. So you can't go back at the last second and change everything to killed by the captain and have that pop. You have to start from the beginning and have no trophies, have no fate set properly, but you have to do everybody. And then once you get that, of course, you get the Platinum. So... you can look at this a couple different ways, obviously, just as a guide for the game in general. I hope that was fun to watch. It was definitely fun to record it because I'm a teacher. This is what I do, is explaining things. And so it's kind of fun for me to go through and explain my logic for everything. But I am not about to play through the whole thing for now a 4th time to show you how to get that Platinum. If you really want the Platinum Trophy again, at this point, just restart the game. Go through as fast as you can, and again, for every single body, just choose axed by the captain. You can go ahead and say the captain killed himself, because that is what actually happened, and that still is the captain's fault that he shot himself in the head. I think you can, if you want to get creative, you can play around with other ways that the captain killed people, but, it's fastest and easiest if you just choose axed, and I don't know how... I'm pretty sure that just so long as the by thing is correct, and again, to be clear, this is for everybody. So if if a beast kills them, axed by the captain. Fell overboard, axed by the captain. Poisoned, axed by the captain. Everybody. And that'll eventually pop after a few hours of doing that. So, this is going to be the end of our Obra Dinn guide. Thank you very much for watching. Plan next is to finally go back and finish... Horizon Zero West, which I just stopped, Forbidden West, I'm sorry, which I just stopped playing for a while because sometimes my brain works like that and I have to walk away from a game even though I'm enjoying it. I don't know why, but stop playing that for a bit. We're going to go back and finish that up, and then after that I have no idea. So, again, if you enjoyed yourself, leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell your friends. We're going to see you soon with more, and as always, thank you so much for watching.